To splash into JavaScript. We have learned something about the theory of JavaScript and what you can do with it. We are going to give you an idea of what the process of creating a simple JavaScript program is like by guiding you through a practical tutorial. Here you will provide a where you will build up a small guess the number game step by step. Prerequisites a basic understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. CSS and understanding of what JavaScript is. To have a objective, to have a first bit of experience at writing some JavaScript and gain at least a basic understanding of what writing a JavaScript program is. We want to set really clear expectations here. You won't be expected to learn JavaScript by the end of this article or even understand all the code we are asking you to write. Instead, we want to give you an idea of how JavaScript features work together and what writing JavaScript feels like. In subsequent articles, we will revisit all the features shown here in a lot more detail, so don't worry if you don't understand it all immediately. Note many of the code features you will see in JavaScript are the same as in other programming languages, functions, loops, etc. The code syntax looks different, but the concepts are still largely the same. Thinking like a programmer. One of, one of the hardest things to learn in programming is not the syntax you need to learn, but how to apply it to some real world problems. You need to start thinking like a programmer. This generally involves looking at descriptions of what your program needs to do, working out what code features are needed to achieve those things, how to make them work together. This requires a mixture of hard work, experience with the programming syntax, and practice, plus a bit of creativity. The more you code, the better you will get at it. We cannot promise that you will develop programmer brain in 5 minutes, but we will give you plenty of opportunities to practice thinking like a programmer throughout the course. With that in mind, let's look at the example we will be building up in this article and review the general process of dissecting it into a tangible task. Example: guess the number game. In this article, we will show you how to build up this simple game you can see below. Number guessing game. Okay, we have selected a guess it in 10 times or fewer. We will tell you if your guess was too high or too low. Okay, okay. Game over. 10. we attain the 10 moves for it seems Newton said, okay, let's imagine your boss has given you the following brief for creating this game. I want you to create simple guess the number type game. It's choose a random number between 1 and 100. Then challenge the player to guess the number in 10 turns. After each turn, the player should be told if they are right or wrong, and if they are wrong, whether the guess was too low or too high. It should also tell the player what numbers they previously guessed. The game will end once the player guesses correctly or once they run out of turns. When the game ends, the player should be given an option to start playing again. Upon looking at this brief, the first thing we can do is to start breaking into simple actionable tasks in as much of programmer mindset as possible. சரி ஒன்று இருந்து 100க்குள்ள ஒரு நம்பர் சூஸ் பண்ணணும். Generate a random number between 1 and 100. Okay. Record that number the player is on. Start it on 1. Okay. Provide the player with a way to guess what the number is. Once a guess has been submitted, first record it somewhere so the user can see the previous guesses. Next, check whether it is the correct number. If it is correct, display congratulations message. Stop the player from being able to enter more guesses. Display control allowing the player to restart the game. If it is wrong and the player has turns left, tell the player they are wrong and whether their guesses was too high or too low. Allow them to enter another guess. Increment the turn number by one. If it is wrong and the player has no turns left, tell the player it is game over. Stop the player from being able to enter more guesses. This would mess the game up. Display control allowing the player to restart the game. Once the game restarts, make sure the log UI are completely reset, then go back to the step 1. Let's now move forward. Now we can turn these steps into code, building up the example and exploring the output features as we go.